I was going to write a really long text post to explain what I'm feeling right now and my little announcement, but I decided to make a vlog instead. So I'm going to make a positivity sandwich, as I like to call it. Start with positive and then a shitload of negativity, then end with positive. So it's going to be a really thick sandwich, just as a warning. And also, as kind of like a disclaimer, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from recovering or say, like, what's the point of recovery, which you'll understand if you watch this whole thing. I'm just, this is how I'm feeling right now. It's a vlog. I'm telling you how I feel, and that recovery is definitely not all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. So, yeah. Positive thing one is that it's August 26, 2013, and it's officially been 2 months since my last binge eating episode. So, applause, yes. I'm very happy about it. I'm trying to feel like proud and accomplished about it, because it is a big deal for me. I've never had that much of a gap, or whatever you want to call it, in between binge episodes since I recognized that I had an eating disorder. I might have had gaps before, but that was when I was kind of still in denial about it. So it's a big deal for me. However, ready for the negativity meat part, I am really just having a really hard time. And it really hit me like full on this morning how hard of a time I'm having when I looked at myself in the mirror because of this happening down here. This beautiful planet or solar system that I have grown on my face, because I always get acne on the lower half of my face when I'm stressed. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and this has been developing for a couple days, so I've been like, what the hell is this? And it wasn't until I looked at myself that I was like, shit, I'm really stressed, and I need to take a chill pill and figure out what's going on and what the source of all this is. Which is good that I'm able to recognize that, I guess. But for me, I've categorized stress as like, I'm studying for a test and I have an hour. That's stress to me. But stress in reality is any kind of emotion that like takes over your whole body. So whenever I'm really angry or really hurt or really upset, or still, studying for a test, same thing. All of that is stress. And the last like week and a half has been really, really difficult. Last Saturday, a pretty traumatizing event happened, and today another slightly traumatizing event happened, and I haven't been bottling it up or anything. I've been feeling it like I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be feeling my feelings, says my therapist, and she's right. But I've just been having so much of this happening to me that I'm just kind of falling into this depression that I can feel myself falling into it, which is good because hopefully I can pull myself out before I'm like way down there. But I'm just, like I said, I'm having a really hard time feeling happy about my accomplishment or really anything in general. I've pretty much spent the last week and a half like playing The Sims, watching TV, and staring at the ceiling. So I haven't had motivation to exercise, which is a huge, also another red flag for me, because I've gotten over associating exercise with my eating disorder. I exercise because it makes me feel good and I love doing it, and when I cannot get myself to the gym or get myself outside to go for a walk, that's when I know that I'm really depressed. So yeah, that happened. But anyway, the point of me sharing this is to kind of say that, if you're recovering from eating disorder, or if you've never had an eating disorder, or so you think, and you feel like you're having disordered thoughts, just because I am not doing the behaviors does not mean by a long shot that I'm recovered. I feel like I can say with about 80% certainty that that part of my life, the binging, is over, because I haven't had any urges or anything, and when I'm in a better place and I can kind of look back at this with more of a all-seeing eye, if that makes any sense, I will kind of explain how it is that I've been able to stop binging for now, hopefully forever. But yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I'm not recovered. I'm not by a long shot recovered, but I do feel like that part is finished, but I feel like I'm like maybe halfway there, because the mental part is what's really hard, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I think a lot of the reason I've been so down is because part of it is because of the therapy, I will be honest, because what I did when I graduated from high school was I kind of decided, all right, I can either carry all this stuff with me to New York and, go to my school with all this stuff weighing me down, or I can just let it go. So I let it go. Or so I thought, because now what I'm finding out is that I didn't let it go. I just buried it all. And through therapy, we discuss, how this eating disorder comes about. We're trying to like put together the pieces of everything. So basically, I go once a week and I talk about all of the things that have happened to me and how I'm feeling that week, and feelings that I have so long repressed. And then I go home and I have nothing to distract me from it, which is another huge factor because I have no job. I'm living in my aunt's basement. My parents are paying for my therapy. I just feel like I have nothing going for me. I'm just like sitting on a wall, like waiting for something to happen and waiting to just get better, which isn't fun. And another thing that I kind of just had this epiphany right before I made this video is that for 13 years of my life, I have identified with my eating disorder. I have said, I am a binge eater. I will always be a binge eater. I'm, never going to stop binge eating. And now that I haven't been binge eating, it's like, who am I? What can I call myself? What am I? I'm nothing right now. One, because I don't have anything to distract me, but also because usually if in this kind of, this place that I'm in my life right now, before, I would totally be binging every night like I did for a while when I was in New York. I would be going crazy with that, but I haven't been, and it's kind of like an empty feeling of, okay, well, what else is there out there for me? And it's scary because I don't know, for the first time in my life, I have no direction, I have no plans, I have nothing to distract me. I'm just like, what is next for me? And that includes with, recovery and with my eating disorder. I don't want that to be a part of my life again, but now that it's not a part of my life again, now it's not a part of my life, I don't know how I'm supposed to live life, if that makes any sense, because it's been such an all-consuming thing that it seems scary to even think about like not having to see a dietitian and not having to see a therapist, to not make my life about an eating disorder, to make it about like living my life. That's very scary to me. So that's where I'm at right now, but positivity sandwich, so let's go to the other piece of bread. That I do think there is something to be said for the fact that I can recognize that something needs to change and that I'm not really doing great, and that, I'm making things happen. I'm hopefully going to have a job interview this week at a great place. I'm going to get my ass up to go to frickin' Zumba tomorrow because I know it will make me feel better. It's just getting there that's hard. Just the fact that I can recognize that I need to move forward in my life, I do think I should give myself a pat on the back for that, because that's a big deal. And I hope that I can look back on this video in a couple months or like next week, that'd be great, and be like, this is a before video, and then eventually I'll be able to make an after of I am recovered and this is what recovery is and feels like. To not be chained down by an eating disorder is going to be great, and I do feel confident that something's going to happen. So that's where I'm at right now. I will move forward. I actually feel a lot better now that I have spewed this video out. So probably going to go play some more Sims because it's too late at night to do anything else. But hope you're all doing well. Hope I didn't just like ruin your whole day with this Debbie Downer stuff. And take care of yourselves.